This is probably obvious to everyone, but as of last Thursday, I had not had nearly enough time to come up with anything intelligent to say about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. All I could muster was a garbled version of "We are all Charlie Kirk now," which is a phrase I've been glad to see repeated in countless Instagram reels from all over the world. But what does it mean to be Charlie Kirk now? Why did this random debate bro resonate so strongly with young people? As a young person myself, let me hazard a guess. Secular liberalism is a worldview that produces purposelessness and despair. Albert Camus had it right. Without God, life is absurd. Thus, our generation was uniquely unprepared to deal with the challenges of our time. However, when our forefathers went through hard times, they had an interpretive frame that allowed them to see, in the words of Romans 5, that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame. Generation Z cannot handle our problems because the usual tools for doing so were left abandoned decades ago. It would be nice if more Zoomers understood how the Federal Reserve manipulates interest rates and causes monetary inflation, but it is absolutely essential that more Zoomers return to Christ. People who form their opinion of Kirk based on out-of-context clips circulated by his enemies may not have realized this, but college students across the country were well aware. To reduce him to solely a political figure is, in my view, to completely miss the root cause of his effectiveness. Kirk first modeled the Christian life and then argued that it has natural political implications. Some of these, including opposition to abortion, socialism, Islam, and transgender ideology, are undeniable from a Christian perspective. Some of his other views and tactics are open to more debate, and he would have been the first to have that debate with you had he not been assassinated for doing so. I stand by my assessment that this qualifies him as a martyr. What has been the reaction to his death? Thousands have gone to church for the first time in years. Thousands more have gathered in vigils to sing hymns and pray for their countries. As Matthew 7 says, every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. That is exactly where Charlie Kirk was leading them. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. In the wake of this tragedy, it is healthy for us to be inspired to emulate Kirk's faith, courage, and love. But again, what does it mean to be Charlie Kirk now? It doesn't mean adopting every single one of his beliefs, and it doesn't necessarily mean getting involved with Turning Point specifically, although trust me, part of me strongly desires to. What I think it does mean, and what I think everyone intuitively understands, is that we must be unafraid to declare ourselves opposed to progressivism and speak out against it. With that, though, comes a responsibility to discern how to do that compassionately, desiring above all the good of the other. To sympathetic libertarians, I say, forget about becoming ungovernable, which honestly is vain and childish. Instead, become unconquerable, for we are more than conquerors through him who loved us, and we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places.